The new house seemed perfect for the beginning of a new phase in that young couple's life, and the arrival of their little daughter would be the crowning of this special moment. However, frightening events began to disturb the family's peace, and the little daughter seemed to sense something sinister. As time goes on, what seemed to be the dream home starts to reveal a dark side that no one expected. The couple Jocelyn and Gabriel were radiant with the news that they would soon become parents. The young couple, full of enthusiasm and love, could hardly contain their joy at the thought of the arrival of little Elise. However, along with happiness came some practical concerns. The modest apartment where they lived would soon become too small for the new phase of their lives. Determined to provide a welcoming and spacious environment for their daughter, they decided to embark on the search for a new house. On this journey, they counted on the faithful company of Hannah, their adorable dog. Hannah had been found by Gabriel on a rainy afternoon while he was returning from work. She was curled up under a bench, with signs of mistreatment and a frightened look. Even hesitant at first, the dog allowed Gabriel to approach, and after a few minutes of petting, agreed to be taken home. Rescued from a violent and neglectful home, Hannah found a new chance for love and care with Jocelyn and Gabriel. From the first day in her new home, she showed a silent gratitude, always following the couple and watching them with attentive and loyal eyes. Despite her imposing stature, Hannah revealed a gentle and affectionate personality, as if she knew that there she was finally safe and loved. The couple considered Hannah a fundamental part of the family and hoped that she would adapt well to the baby's arrival. However, a small restlessness began to form in their minds about how the dog would react to the presence of a newborn. After months of tireless searching, they finally found the house of their dreams. It was a charming colonial-style residence, with walls painted in a soft shade of blue and white details on the windows and verandas, giving it a cosy and nostalgic air. The front garden was spacious, filled with rose bushes and hydrangeas that bloomed in a delicate contrast of colours, creating a serene and inviting view. In the back, there was a large backyard, where they imagined Elise running and playing in the future, with a large tree in the centre, which they already envisioned as the perfect spot to hang a swing. The interior of the house was equally charming, with large windows that allowed abundant natural light to flood in, illuminating the spaces with a comforting softness. The rooms were airy and painted in neutral tones, highlighting the well-polished wooden floor that added a rustic and elegant touch. The baby's room was carefully prepared, with the window facing the beautiful front garden, providing a view full of life and tranquility to welcome Elise. Every detail seemed to have been designed so that the house was the ideal home for the new phase of their lives, making the environment perfect for creating new memories as a family. As Jocelyn's pregnancy progressed, Hannah seemed to be in tune with the changes. She followed Jocelyn everywhere, observing every gesture and always attentive to her movements. Often, the dog would rest her head on Jocelyn's protruding belly, as if trying to understand the little life developing inside, and remained there, motionless, breathing slowly as if wanting to convey calm and protection. On days when Jocelyn felt more tired, Hannah seemed to notice, positioning herself next to her on the sofa and letting her comforting presence fill the room. Gabriel and Jocelyn, moved by Hannah's caring instinct, remarked how the dog seemed not only to understand Elise's arrival, but also to have taken on the role of guardian from the very first moment. However, something began to disturb the couple. Hannah, who used to sleep peacefully in their room, started to spend her nights in the baby's room. Her barks echoed through the house in the early hours, waking Jocelyn and Gabriel. Upon reaching the room, they found Hannah pacing back and forth, as if she was marking her territory. This change in behaviour worried the couple. Was Hannah sensing the imminent arrival of a new family member? Was she feeling threatened in her place of companionship? These distressing questions lingered in the air, filling them with uncertainty and conflicting emotions. The day of Elise's birth arrived, bringing with it a flood of love and emotions. The first days in the hospital were filled with joy, but also with a dose of apprehension about the meeting between Elise and Hannah. Once at home with careful and constant supervision, the couple allowed Hannah to approach the newborn. The dog initially moved slowly, almost as if she knew about Elise's fragility. Approaching cautiously, she lowered her snout and with a gentle touch sniffed the baby's soft and delicate skin. Elise, feeling Hannah's warmth nearby, briefly opened her eyes and, surprisingly, gave a small smile, as if recognizing the dog's welcoming presence. Hannah's gaze seemed filled with curiosity and a silent affection. After a few moments, she lay down next to the crib, as if she had already assumed her new role as guardian. Jocelyn and Gabriel moved, felt a deep sense of relief witnessing Hannah's calm and affectionate reaction, realizing that the bond between their loyal friend and their daughter was just beginning, and that the relationship between them would be special. However, as Elise was placed in her crib in the room prepared for her, Hannah remained on constant watch, refusing to allow the baby to be alone. The couple, confident that Hannah posed no threat, began to face a new challenge. The dog's restless behavior disrupted the little one's sleep. Every time Elise tried to fall asleep, Hannah positioned herself next to the crib, restless and alert. She paced back and forth, emitting soft grunts, as if she were in a constant state of vigilance. This agitation interfered with Elise's peaceful sleep, leaving Jocelyn and Gabriel torn between gratitude for Hannah's loyalty and the need to ensure proper rest for the baby. On one particular night, Gabriel decided to take a firm stance and guide Hannah out of Elise's room. However, what followed was completely unexpected and left the couple deeply frightened. Abruptly, Hannah reacted aggressively, attacking Gabriel and running back to Elise's room. Her eyes sparkled with an unsettling intensity, and she displayed a ferocity never seen before. Jocelyn's heart raced as she witnessed the scene. How could that dog, whom they loved and trusted, have reacted so unpredictably? In the following days, Jocelyn chose to sleep in the baby's room to ensure Elise's safety. Surprisingly, the first night passed quietly. Hannah seemed to have let her guard down, displaying a calmer behavior. However, the following night brought unexpected terror. Jocelyn, confident that Hannah had calmed down, decided not to sleep in the baby's room. In the early morning hours, Hannah's barks echoed through the house in a frightening way, waking Elise, who began to cry frantically. Determined to discover what was triggering Hannah's disturbing behavior, Gabriel installed security cameras in Elise's room. That night, the family waited anxiously for the revelations from the recordings. As the night unfolded, Hannah once again appeared restless, barking and pacing back and forth with a menacing demeanour. Gabriel hurried to analyse the newly recorded footage, and what he witnessed made his blood run cold. In the images, he saw Hannah lying next to Elise's crib when suddenly an unknown man appeared at the bedroom window, forcing his way in. Hannah's reaction was instantaneous. She stood up swiftly, emitting growls and baring her teeth, assuming a defensive stance to protect little Elise. With this shocking discovery, the family realised they were facing a much more dangerous situation than they had imagined. Gabriel immediately called the police, who arrived within minutes. The story that unfolded was absolutely astonishing. The man identified in the recordings was a dangerous bank robber who had carried out a major heist. When discovered by the police, he managed to escape, leaving behind a vacant residence that was later acquired by Gabriel and Jocelyn's family. What no one knew was that within the walls of that house, he had hidden a substantial amount of money from his last heist, and he was willing to do anything to retrieve it. The police intensified their efforts to capture the robber. With an accelerated investigation, they tracked his location and, in a meticulous operation, managed to arrest him. The capture of the robber brought immense relief to the family. Hannah's brave and protective demeanour proved to be crucial in ensuring the safety not only of Elise but of the entire family. Her unwavering loyalty and keen instinct were a shield of protection that enveloped them at a time of imminent danger. Jocelyn and Gabriel were deeply moved when they realised the true reason behind Hannah's behaviour. The dog, with her unconditional love and protective instinct, had detected the threat long before any of them suspected anything was wrong. In the days that followed, the couple spared no effort to show their gratitude to Hannah. They pampered her with special treats, long walks in the park, and countless cuddles. The bond between Hannah and Elise also strengthened. The dog now slept peacefully beside the crib, like a silent and loving guardian. The frightening experience served to bring the family even closer together. Jocelyn and Gabriel came to appreciate Hannah's presence in their lives even more, recognizing in her not just a loyal companion, but a true heroine. Over time, life in the new house returned to normal, but now with a renewed feeling of security and gratitude. The garden, once seen only as a space for Elise to play, became Hannah's favourite spot for her daytime watch sessions. The couple often found her sitting on the grass, eyes alert, as if she were still on guard. The nights, once tumultuous, became peaceful. The soft sound of Elise's breathing blended with Hannah's gentle snoring, creating a symphony of peace that filled Jocelyn and Gabriel's hearts with joy and relief. As Elise grew, she developed a special bond with Hannah. The girl learned to take her first steps, holding onto the dog's soft fur, who patiently guided her around the house. Elise's laughter echoed through the rooms as she played hide-and-seek with her loyal canine companion. Jocelyn and Gabriel watched in awe as this pure and innocent friendship blossomed. They knew that Elise was growing up not only with the love of her parents, but also under the constant and loving protection of Hannah. The house, which once harboured dark secrets, now overflowed with love, joy, and security. The couple frequently found themselves reflecting on how a series of seemingly random events, adopting Hannah, purchasing that specific house, the dog's protective behaviour, had intertwined to create such an extraordinary outcome. They learned a valuable lesson about trust, instinct, and the power of love between animals and their owners. Hannah was not just a pet. She was an integral member of the family, a tireless protector, and a constant reminder that sometimes heroes come in unexpected forms. At night, when the family gathered in the living room, Hannah took her place of honour on the rug, always vigilant, always alert. Elise, nestled in her parents' arms, reached out to stroke her canine guardian's fur, a simple gesture that symbolised the unbreakable bond between them. And so, in that once threatened house, the family found not only a home but a sanctuary of love, protection, and happiness, all thanks to the tireless devotion of an extraordinary dog named Hannah. If you enjoyed the story, please leave a comment with a rating from 1 to 5 to show how much you liked it. Also, watch the video that is now appearing on your screen. See you soon.